Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's another story time. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give your girl a thumbs up, please, because we on the way to 175K by the end of this year. Don't forget to comment down below because I love when y'all be commenting. And follow your girl on all my socials. Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at Lifewithsymone. And follow my business page at Brishari. Y'all, before we get into this video, I just want to say the Wet and Wild, the Rodeo tickets are on sale right now. Yeah, so make sure y'all go cop them tickets because when they sold out, they sold out. Also, your girl Brishari is having a sale, so we're having a Mother's Day sale, so go ahead and shop Brishari, get you a bag, because yeah, depending on the time you order it today, I'm gonna ship it out today because I ain't got shit to do on this Friday, which I'm happy about because I got a long weekend ahead of me. But yeah, let's get into our community spotlight of the week. Y'all know we gotta shout out our babies because I love shouting y'all out because y'all fuck with me so hard, and I had to blank out the with me because y'all know we in the beginning of the video. Okay, every time I do this, I always forget where it's at. Where the fuck is it at? Oh, it should be on the, okay. So our community spotlight of the week. First we got Sunjob, my virtual bestie. We got DQ Tiny, Running Routes, LGA, Macho Mango 11, and we got the Kalanianio. I hope I be saying that right, 808. But yeah, thank you guys. Y'all already know I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for being the top commenters of the week. But let's get straight into the story. I'm sorry that I have not posted a story time in a minute, y'all. I was extremely busy with like prom stuff and all that other stuff. The vlog is gonna come soon. But yeah, I was extremely busy with a lot of stuff. So let's get into this story time. So as y'all can see by the title, this is when shooting my shot, my friend's shot, went wrong. Okay, so let me just make it clear before I say this. I am not opposed to still shooting friend shots or people like sending theirs my way. Like, I do not mind. Like, if we live in the same city and you want to link, you know, and stuff like that, like, I'm down for it. Like, I'm still okay with like meeting people or whatever like that. So, but this time I just was like, let me take a leap of faith because I'm not the type of person to shoot my friend shot because I always hate rejection. So I really don't even be doing this. But this time I was like, let me do it. I was feeling myself. Okay, so let's rewind the story back because this one is kind of not recent, but like, yeah. So anyway, let's rewind it back. This is right after I just had got to 100K on Instagram. I was feeling myself. Instagram, on YouTube. I was feeling myself. I was like, oh yeah, 100K subscribers. I was just still so much like in shock. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that I made it to 100K. So y'all, I was like really loving. I was getting so much love, so many new supporters, so many new followers. I was getting like so much love around that time, which I still do and I love y'all. But I was like really just like, oh my God. So at this point I was responding, which I do still respond to DMs and stuff like that when I see them because I be having a lot. But I was responding, I felt like I was responding to every DM. Like I was on my phone because I'm like, every DM I gotta make sure I'm saying something back because these people love me. I'm like, I gotta just make sure I respond. So it was one girl, she ended up following me. I followed her back and we like she would respond to my stories and stuff like that. She first responded to my story like telling me congratulations, like, you know, and all this other stuff like that. So at this point it became a thing where we respond to each other's story all the time. I forgot what I had put on Instagram. I think I had a screenshot from my Twitter, something about like I want to go eat or I want to get cute and go out to eat or something like that. And I wasn't really trying to shoot my friend shot at this point. I was just trying to throw subs to my friends because even at this point I don't know what was wrong with me. Like I would feel so nervous even sometimes asking my own friends if they want to do stuff. So half the time I would wait till they invite me to do stuff, which I stopped doing because I'm like, that's not good because I don't never want somebody to feel like, oh, I'm the only one that be reaching out to you. So I've been working on that. So anyway, I posted a little sub just basically to see like one of my friends would say something like, bitch, we gonna go out to eat, stupid. So anyway, I had posted that and the girl, she had responded to my story. She was like, girl, that's my vibe all the time. Like I'm always trying to get dressed cute and go out to eat. I felt like she's basically saying like, girl, we could go. Like we both on the same type of time and let's do it. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm a ask her. At this time, me and my ex was living together and we was not together, but we was living together. And I was like, asking him like, do you think I should ask her this? He was like, no. He was like, if you want to go out to eat, like we could go out to eat if you want to. But at this point, it was like, we cool, we friends, we cordial, whatever, but like, I don't want to go with you. So I'm just telling him and he's like, no, because he felt like I was too friendly any damn way because throughout our whole relationship, he's seen me like meeting new people, doing dumb shit, the Vegas story time. Yeah, he's seen me doing the stupidest shit throughout that whole relationship. So he was like, no. So I told him and I just was like, man, he don't know what he talking about. So I respond to her and I said, let's go one day. Like whenever you free, like I'm free on the weekends, you trying to go. At this point, I was still working, my during the week schedule was super busy, so I like to do a lot of stuff on the weekends, because during the week I was at work, you know, I'm tired, I'm trying to record videos. It's just a lot. Like once trying to do YouTube, like post consistently on YouTube, and you're working a full-time job, that shit is stressful. So I ain't really had time during the week. That was my work, home, cook, sleep. Nothing like that. She's like, what you doing this Sunday? Like, you trying to go to brunch? We could go to a cute little brunch spot. She's like, they got some cute brunch spots if you trying to go. So she sent me this one spot, and she was telling me like, go look on TikTok. At this point, I had a TikTok, but I wasn't really on TikTok like that. So I didn't even really go look on TikTok. I just took her word for it and said, hey, it must be a cool place. I Googled the name and I said, I guess it looked nice. So she was like, okay, we go Sunday. What time are you trying to go? So I told her like, okay, well, since it's brunch, we could do like, you know, the afternoon. That's fine with me. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna set a reservation for us for 12:45. I don't think it was 12:45, but we just gonna say it was 12:45. We should give her a name, huh? Okay, let's just name her. We just gonna name her Spire, and that's because I'm looking at this picture right here and it's Inspire, and I'm just gonna name her Spire. So anyway, so let's name her Spire. So she hit me up, she's like, okay, I'm gonna set the reservation 12:45. Boom. I'm like, all right, perfect, that sounds good to me. I'm so excited, y'all, because I'm like, I'm going to brunch. Like, I'm just happy, even though I could have went to brunch with one of my friends that I already had, but I don't know, I just like going out. I like meeting new people. I just love it. So around this time, I was linking with a lot of people. Like, some of my closest friends that I have now is because they were my supporters and they reached out to me to link, and we linked, and we like this now. So at this time, I was linking with a lot of people. So when I'm about to link with her, I'm thinking like, okay, another friend added. It's about to be another cool moment. And this was right after I had literally linked with Benji, and me and Benji met, and I was like, oh, I'm linking with everybody, because our link when we went to go eat, it was like perfect. So I was really just like, yeah. So I was happy. Like I said, I was happy, and she would have been like the 4th person I linked with at this time. So yeah, so getting closer to the day, I had asked her, because mind you, I never looked at TikTok. I never went to go look at the TikTok. I just looked at the place. But I'm like, I want to know the vibe, because, you know, like, I wanted to go take pictures and stuff like that. I already knew in my head I was gonna wear heels, but I feel like if somebody say they not wearing heels, then I'll wear sandals too. Like, or however the vibe is. Like, I don't want it to be like, you know, or vice versa. If I didn't want to wear heels, but you're wearing heels, and I'm gonna put some heels on. So I ended up messaging her, and I was just like, hey girl, are you wearing heels on? So I was like, hey girl, are you wearing heels on Sunday? And she was just like, oh girl, of course, like I'm wearing heels, LOL. So I'm like, okay, like no, I just wanted to be sure, because I had an outfit together that I'm wearing with heels too. And she was like, okay, like see you Sunday. That was just basically it. So that was it, right? So let's fast forward to Sunday. Now it's time for me to get ready. And one thing about me, I love for people to confirm everything. My sister be irritated with me, because we gonna confirm. I need to confirm every day, because I don't know if you still want to do it, and I don't like wasting my time. So I don't like to like get dressed or head somewhere, and if you don't hit me up or you flake or something like that, I'd rather you just tell me like, no, I can't do it. So I kind of was just like not posting, basically like I can't wait till Sunday or something like that, but I would post little stuff like, ooh, my brunch outfit's about to look so cute on Sunday. So that gave her the opportunity, if she was gonna flake, to tell me like, oh, I can't make it. So I basically was saying stuff like that. And then like Saturday, she had hit me up and was just like, okay, I can't wait to see you tomorrow, you know, little stuff like that. So I'm like, perfect, I need confirmation all the way up until the day of. I ended up hitting her up and basically was just like, hey girl, I'm about to start getting dressed now, see you soon, because you know, I just need to know, because I've been stood up before and I don't like this shit. Anyway, so yeah, so she was just like, okay, see you soon, whatever. So finally, when she wrote back, that's when I really started actually getting ready, because I was like, yeah. So I started getting ready, I got cuter, whatever like that. I'm posting pictures in my mirror and all this other stuff like that. And she ended up texting me and was like, I'm on the way. So I'm like, oh shit, let me leave the house. So I start driving to get there. My GPS said I was gonna be there at 12:45. Remember, the reservations was at 12:45. So I'm just thinking like, damn, I'm be a little late and I need to work on it. So I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to go in and out of traffic, like I'm trying to hit corners and all that type of shit, because I'm like, I ain't trying to set a bad example on the first day. I don't know what parking looking like, all that other stuff like that. So just so happened, she ended up hitting me up. Oh, I forgot to mention, me and her ended up exchanging numbers earlier that day, right? So she ended up calling my phone, and I'm thinking she gonna call me asking where I'm at. Mind you, at this point it's like 12:25. I'm thinking like, damn girl. So I ended up answering the phone. I'm like, hey. She was like, hey girl, oh my god, it's so much traffic, what's going on in LA? And I started laughing. I'm like, girl, I think it's a Lakers game or something. I was like, but yeah, it's a lot going on. She was like, yeah, it's traffic. My GPS say I'm not gonna get there until 12:40. She was like, and that's so irritating. But she's like, I've been here before, so I know the parking, whatever, is cool. She's like, but that's annoying. I was like, girl, oh my God, my GPS say 12:45. I was stressed. I'm over here trying to drive fast as fuck. So she's like, girl, no, you good. Okay, like, I'm gonna see you in a minute though. Like, you know, they got a 15-minute grace period, so we good regardless. So I was like, okay, cool. That made me feel so much better. Y'all, we get off the phone. I'm not a texting driver. I don't give a damn. If it's an emergency, do not text me when you know that I'm driving. You better call my phone, because I do not text and drive. Like, I don't play that. So I might look at a red light or whatever, but I'm not gonna be on my phone. Like, no, I don't play those games. So anyway, so yeah, I get a text from her, and I'm thinking like, why she text me? Like, we just got off the phone. But mind you, we in kind of stop and go traffic at this point, and I'm about to be like 2 exits away, but it's literally stop and go because I'm getting close to downtown, and it was a game. So I just like glance, like, let me just glance real quick. I open my phone and look at the message. Y'all, why she sent me a picture of her in traffic? Mind you, I told her I'm in traffic too, so it's not like I didn't believe her. She sent me a picture of her in traffic with her steering wheel. You can see her steering wheel, and was all like, traffic needs to ease up. She texted, said traffic needs to ease up because I'm not trying to be sitting in my BMW in traffic for too long. That was the first red flag for me. And the only reason why I said that is because, yeah, we just talked about the traffic. I know y'all heard thing like, girl, what's the problem with her sending you a picture? It was no problem with her sending me a picture. Maybe she wants to do a text streak like on Snap. I don't know. But why did you have to say that you was in a BMW? Like, I'm not trying to sit in my BMW. You just not trying to sit in traffic. I don't know. At that point, I just thought like, oh, she's one of them. She ended up texting me and said she was there, which I figured that's what the text said because I didn't look at it. I'm still just driving. So I pull up to the place and I see like, okay, it was a parking lot like across the street on the corner. And then when you pull up, they have Valet, which I'm like, I'm out to Valet. I got heels on. And plus I'm already a little late. I'm not about to go park in that parking lot. So I pull up to the Valet, right? I don't drive with my heels though. So I pull up and I'm putting on my shoes. I'm lacing up my chucks. No, I'm just kidding. Lacing up my shoes. And when the valet guy came to my window, I rolled the window down. I told him like, oh, I'll be just a second. I'm just putting my shoes on real quick. So it's taking me a cool little minute, probably like 2 minutes, right, to put my shoes on. Why? Because he walked back to the little stand. Like after that, he was like, okay, take your time, and he walked back. She ended up coming and she pulled my door open because mind you, I already unlocked my door. She pulled my door open and she was like, girl, what you doing, looking for some money? So I was like, oh no, girl, like I'm putting my shoes on, but I was just finishing up. So I'm like, oh yeah, I was just putting my shoes on because I cannot drive with heels on. She was just like, okay, girl, yeah, no, I thought you was up in here looking for some money. She was like, I thought you was up in here looking for some money to pay valet. So I'm like, oh no, girl, like no, I got cash on me. I was like, I was just trying to fix my shoe, but I'm laughing or whatever, and I'm getting out the car. So once I start walking out the car, she was like, don't worry about it, girl, I already paid for it, I got it. So I was like, oh no, girl, how much was it? Because I got cash on me, like I got cash. She was like, no, it's fine, like I thought you was looking for some money. So I was just like, let me just take care of it for her, because you know we don't got time for you to go park in that parking lot across the street. Mind you, this is LA. Where are you finna park for free? So even if I park in the parking lot, even if I park across the street in that lot, I'm still gonna have to pay. And 9 times out of 10, how much parking be in LA? You would be damn near, you might as well valet because it'd be the same damn price. The parking lot is probably $20, valet is probably 20 or 15. Like it'd be the same thing. So it's like you might as well just park right here anyway. So I was like, oh no, girl, like I got cash. I'm like, how much was it? So then I get a guy my keys or whatever, and we start walking. She's like, come on, we gotta get up in there real quick, like so we could go eat. So she's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I was like, no, I got cash, I got you. Because mind you, it's our first time linking, and I don't want you doing something for me. Not like that, but like that. It's just because how she said it when she said, I thought she was in there looking for money. Like she was getting at me like I was literally going through my cup holder scraping for change. Like, oh, dear Lord, I don't have it. One thing about me, I'm not a fake the funk ass bitch. If I don't got it, I don't got it. And I'm not going somewhere that I know I cannot afford. That's just one thing about me. I'm never finna live above my means for nobody else or make somebody feel good about them. That ain't what Symone finna do, never. I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna figure out the valet and I'm gonna just give it to her upstairs or whatever like that, right? So we start walking to go in. I got my camera like this. I'm trying to kind of adjust myself because y'all already know, like I said, I was putting my shoes on. So I'm trying to make sure like my clothes and everything, like I'm looking good. So we walk in to go in there because the restaurant was on a whole different level. It was on the first floor, right? So we walking to go in there, and she was like, we give each other a hug or whatever like that. She was like, oh my God, you look so cute in person. Like, you look kind of different, but you look so cute in person. So I was like, oh, thank you. Like, what you mean by that? At this point, bitch, what? So I'm like, what you mean by that? She was like, no, like on your videos, I don't know what it is. She was like, but you like look real chunky in the face on your videos. Y'all, let me just get you something there. I said, this bitch done run me the wrong way 3 motherfucking times at this point. But she lucky I was hungry. So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because at that point, I literally did have unhealthy, chunky face. And that's because I was not doing healthy shit. Like, when I look back on old videos, or like when y'all rewatch old videos and tag me, I'm like, ugh! Like, if you notice, I put an emoji over my face. My face was just so swollen. I wasn't really like doing my like skincare and stuff like that, and it just was like, ugh, my face was unhealthy, swollen. And that's because, one, because when a lot of people be asking me like, girl, how did you lose weight? It's crazy because I didn't have the weight in my body, for real. Maybe in my stomach a bit, but my face is where all my weight was going. And it's, one, because I was eating a lot of fast food. I was not eating home cooked meals. I was not eating like good food. Now, home cooked meals, fruit all the time, meat, yeah. And I was drinking a lot. So on top of me eating bad, not working out, drinking, yeah, you gonna see that shit in your skin. Like, you gonna see it in your face. So yeah, that's why my face was so puffy around that time. And yeah, so anyway, so she was just like, yeah, your face looked like way chubbier on camera or something like that, basically, she had said. And I ain't gonna lie, it was times where I kind of like, it kind of made me feel away, because it's like, you never know what somebody going through mentally. I was kind of in denial about my face being like super chunky, but it was a time where I was getting back used to myself because of that. Like, it was I was really, and it also I forgot the number one main reason why my face was like that is I was taking that weight gain shit, and that shit went like to my face. And I would never do that shit again. That's why when y'all ask me, would you ever take a pizza? No, and I don't suggest you do neither. But yeah, so that's why, and it was kind of just like, anyway, so she was just like, yeah. And at that, it kind of made me feel away, like I said, because I was kind of like insecure about that. So I just feel like that's weird to like bring up to somebody. Like, that's like if I see a bitch and I be like, oh my God, bitch, you be raggedy as fuck on the internet. I'm surprised you look good today. You know, and it's like, damn, that girl is probably real insecure about how raggedy she be. And it's the first time she got dressed, and she just wanted to feel good. Why'd you have to point that out? You know, I don't know. But it kind of just made me feel away. Come on. Anyway, so yeah, so I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, girl. And then, you know, when you kind of like insecure about something, you kind of start over talking. So I was like, girl, yes, I was taking this weight gain stuff, and it just like messed me up. Like, I'm done with that. So she was just like, oh no, girl, like, you cute. Like, I didn't say you was ugly or nothing like that. I just said like, your face is like bigger. She just kept on with my big ass face. She was just like saying like, I just thought you was chunky. Like, you know, like you sit down all the time. I just seen your face was really fat. So I just thought you was like a real chunky girl. So it's just like, I didn't think that you was like as small as you are or whatever. And I'm just like, this bitch is just letting it get worse and worse. Like, does she understand? What is you doing? How is you cool? I could say a lot of things about that badass wig you got on, but I'm not. Anyway, so I just like laughed it off, and I was just like, so you been here before? Like, is the food really good? So she was like, girl, it's amazing. Oh my God, did you see the TikToks? So I'm like, girl, no, I didn't even look on the TikTok. I don't be on there for real. I was like, but it looked cute. Like, it looked like a cute little place or whatever. So we start talking about the place. We just laughing about a whole bunch of other stuff and stuff like that, like while we going upstairs. So when we was finna walk out the elevator, she's like, girl, give me your camera. So I was like, oh, why? Because why do you want it? So I'm like, oh, why? So she's like, girl, because you got your camera, you vlogging, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna attempt to vlog. So she was all like, let me record you walking in the restaurant. That would be so cute. And she said, and plus, people need to see that you not no fat bitch just sitting in front of that camera. And what if I was? I was really just taken aback, like, this hoe just won't, she just won't chill. She just won't chill. And like I said, when you insecure about something, because my whole life I was 115, 120, and I took weight gain stuff, and I got to a weight that I was not comfortable with. So, you know, when you, well, I was until I wasn't. But yeah, when you just don't know what people going through. So, ho, stop talking about my fucking weight, bitch. The fuck? I hate when people be doing that shit. That should be irritating as hell. Anyway, so she just like saying all that, whatever. So I was just like, oh no, I'm not gonna record myself walking in. I just want to record the view. And I was recording from my phone. That's one thing too. She's like, why are you recording from your phone if you got a camera? I'm like, because certain things look better on the phone than it does on the camera. Worry about what the fuck you got going on, ho, and stop worrying about me. So I didn't say that though. But I was just like, oh no, it look better on my camera when I'm like doing far away shots versus me doing selfies or like recording my face. It's just different. So she was just like, oh, okay. So we walk up, right? And the lady, she's like, hi, welcome to whatever this place is called, which I really wish I could remember what that place was called because I want to go back. It was actually really cute. So she's like, hey, welcome back to whatever the fuck this is. And the girl was like, hi, hey, remember me? So she's like, her whole voice changed. She's like, remember me? And the lady was like, okay, so what's the name under the, like, she was like, okay, so for two? So she's like, yes, we have a reservation. It's under Spire. So she was like, okay, let me see. Spire, 12:45. She's like, yes, 12:45, you know, it's me, I'm back. So the lady was like, okay, so give us about like 4 to 5 minutes and we'll be right with y'all seating y'all. So she was like, 45 minutes? And she's like, yeah, no, 4 to 5 minutes. Because how she said it sounded like she said 45. So she's like, no, 4 to 5 minutes and we'll be sitting y'all soon. We just clean up the table. So she's like, oh no, that's unacceptable. How many times I've been here and spent money with y'all? That's unacceptable. So the girl's like, oh no, we're just cleaning off the table and stuff like that. She's like, my reservation was for 12:45 and it is 12:55. Why is my table not ready for me? So the girl was like, okay, the fuck? She was like, well, we're cleaning it off now. We just want to make sure all the tables are like really clean. We don't like to just give people like half clean tables and all this other stuff. The party before y'all kind of took a while. So that is good. You guys are 10 minutes late. The girl threw that in there like, bitch, you ain't even here on time. She's like, that's good y'all 10 minutes late because you know, it gives us time, you know, because they took a little while. So she was like, so is there any other table you could seat us at or somewhere you could sit us? Because we're not trying to wait outside of here. Like we're not trying to do that. So I'm just sitting there like, this hoe, because I sat down. I'm thinking like, this hoe done lost her mind. It's not that deep. She said 4 to 5 minutes. Like, it ain't going to take that long. We is late. So the lady was like, oh, no. I don't have anywhere right now. She's like, if y'all want, y'all can go by the bar. There might be some seats over there. I don't know. It's kind of really busy today. We had a lot of walk-ins. So she's like, y'all had a lot of walk-ins. She's like, yeah, we had a lot of walk-ins today, so it's kind of busy. She was like, so yeah, but we're cleaning you guys right up. Like, I promise you, like, your table will be ready real quick. And yeah, we're moving fast today, but we got a lot of walk-ins. So she's like, so you let people walk in when y'all have reservations? Why do I set a reservation if you're gonna let people walk in? So she's like, well, the reservations is set to secure your spot, you know, because sometimes you walk in, it's not guaranteed you can sit down, but if you got a reservation, basically explaining to her, bitch, you know what the fuck reservation mean? So I'm sitting there like, oh no, this bitch is crazy. So the girl like, basically she's just saying that. So the girl was like, would you guys want like a complimentary mimosa? Like I could give you guys a complimentary mimosa when y'all wait. So I'm like, yes, that's fine, because bitch, I do. So the girl was like, yeah, but can we get a manager? Because I hope you don't think the complimentary mimosa is gonna like make up for us waiting, but can we get a manager? So she was like, a manager? She's like, yes, can I speak to a manager? So at this point, when she asked for the mimosa, it was, when she said if we wanted one, it was somebody standing right there. So he literally immediately left to go get it. So she was like, a manager? Like, I don't think there's a need for a manager at this moment. She's like, no, I would love to speak to a manager because I've came here plenty of times and I just don't understand why my table isn't ready. Like at this point, I should be like VIP here. Y'all, I'm sitting there like, is this bitch okay? So she's like, I should be VIP here, like da-da-da-da. She just talking. So the girl's like, okay, I could get my supervisor to come out, you know, and we'll get you complimentary mimosas. We're gonna have you seated, like, you know, your table should be ready real soon. Like, you know, I'll go check on it. I could go check on it myself. She was just like, no, I don't want a supervisor. I want the manager. And she was like, okay, can you give me 1 second? Can I check them in? She was like, so you're gonna handle them before you finish talking to me? I was sitting there like, who the fuck did I come to eat with? So the guy come back and he was like, here's your mimosa. So she's looking at him and she's not grabbing a mimosa. She's just looking at him like with her face screwed up. I grabbed mine. I said, thank you so much. Like I said, thank you to the both of them because I don't want y'all thinking I'm a bitch because she is. Like, girl, it's not that deep. We literally just walked up. It's not like we've been sitting here for like 45 minutes, 4 to 5, not 4 to 5. Chill. So anyway, I'm sipping my mimosa and I was just like, girl, let's do like a cheers for Instagram. So that, cause she's standing there, the guy set the mimosa down cause this hoe just would not grab it. She was like, okay, so we did it, a cheer. I'm like, come over here, like let's do a cheers. She's like, girl, I don't let people play with me. Like I do not let people play with me because once you let them, we will be sitting here for about 10, 15, 20 minutes and I'm not about to allow that to happen. My thing is, can it get to 10 minutes first before you start complaining, bitch? So we doing a little cheers on Instagram or whatever. And she's like, yeah, make sure you tag me in that. I'm like, okay, Because, bitch, I was. So I'm just like, okay, girl. So I'm trying to like talk to her to throw her off. At this point, like right when she was gonna turn around to go back, that's when the waitress came and she's like, hi, I can seat you guys now, 2-4 Spire. So she was like, yeah, that's us. So we start walking to the table and she's like, girl, get this video, record coming up in here because bitch, it is nice. Mind you, I made a big mistake and I was mad because it was a very beautiful place, but I'm gonna tell y'all what big mistake I made and I couldn't even post the vlog. So I'm recording and she's walking in front, so all my footage you could see her walking, right? And after the day I had with this, I was like, I'm not putting her on my YouTube. So anyway, so I'm recording, she's in the front, I'm getting the footage or whatever like that. It was super cute, like super cute, lively, just like, I don't know what type of music they was playing. I don't really know, probably like pop or something like that, but the whole vibe was just really, really nice. It was super cute and just like a fun, like cute vibe. Like, so anyway, we get to our table and the lady set down our menus and she's like, is anything I could get you guys before I leave? They must have told her like, girl, you dealing with a bitch. So she was like, is anything I could get y'all before I go? So I was like, oh, can I have a water, 2 waters? And she's like, just one. And the way she looked at me, like I said, can I have a jalapeno shot? The fuck, how is water? So she's like, just one. So she was like, okay, that's it, I'll be right back. So then she sat there, she's like, girl, they lucky the food is good because the way they tripping up in here, the way they doing, I don't like all of that. It's only one person in here tripping. So I was just laughing to myself. I'm just smiling, laughing to myself like, this bitch is crazy. So she was just like, so girl, like, what's up? How are you? Like, you know, da-da-da-da. We talking and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm doing good. You know, this and that. I'm just like trying to figure out what's next and all this other stuff like that. So she was just like, oh, okay. Like, I seen you said something like you working on a business. So what you working on? So this is when I was first about to start doing Brishari, right? And I was like, okay, I'm working on something. I don't think I mentioned it, but people was guessing it because y'all already knew when y'all see me sitting in front of that bookcase with all them purses. So anyway, I was like, she's like, what you working on? So I was all like, oh, I'm gonna start a purse line. So she's like, a handbag line like Gucci? Hell no. Like Brishari. So she was like, what you want to work on? So I was like, a handbag line. Like, I'm like, I finally got the name and all this other stuff like that. I was coming up with the most stupidest names at first, y'all, before my mind clicked and said my little sister's names put together. So anyway, so that's what Brishari stand for, just in case people don't know. Like, it stand for 3 of my little sister's names, so put together. So anyway, so I was like, yeah, I came up with a name. So I told her, I was like, Brishari. So she's like, Brishari? She's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. She's like, where'd you get that from? Like, what is that? What does it mean? So I told her like, oh, it's 3 of my little sister's names put together. So yeah, I just thought that would be cool. Like, you know, I love them. So she was just like, okay, that's cute. That's cute. You got any ideas so far? I had already had a sample of a bag before, like, because at this point I already had the name, so I had got a sample made, y'all. Horrible. Trying to find a vendor, that's just a shout out to anybody starting a business. Do not go with the first person you see. Get them samples. I know they high as fuck, but get them. So anyway, I had a sample made and I was like, oh, I got a sample made. I'm like, I hate it actually, and I'm trying to find somebody else to go through. I'm like, but I could show you a picture of it. She's like, yeah, I want to see it. Like, I want to see. She's like, girl, because I know people in high places. Like, you know, I could probably like help you with your little business or whatever. Another red flag, hoe, because what you mean little? So anyway, she was like, I can help you with your little business. So I turned the picture around. I showed her the ugly ass purse, which I got in my room, and I should have brung it for video purposes to show y'all. But I was like, oh, I'll show her. So she was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm like, yeah, I hate it though. So I'm like, I'm gonna go with a whole different concept. I don't even, after getting that sample, I didn't even want to go with that style of purse, and I did not. I'm like, I don't even want to go with this style no more. I'm gonna find a different style, different vendor. I just, you know, I'm just still working on it. So she was just like, okay, I could see why you don't like it or whatever like that. I could see. So she was like, so I thought she was gonna do like a luxury brand or something like that, like, you know, like YSL, Gucci, Louis, da 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 da. She just started naming all these like name brand stuff. So I was like, oh, no, girl. I was just like, oh no. I was like, yeah, like I want my quality is most definitely gonna be good, but like I'm not jumping off the porch making a bag and saying y'all buy this for $800. Like, I'm like, no, that's not how that's gonna work. I'm like, I want it to be something cute, affordable, but quality as well. So she was just like, okay, yeah. She was like, no, like, she's like, I could, you know, like I could show some people it or whatever. So she's like, once you get like the better quality, like the better looking bags, let me know, because I for sure could show people. At that point, baby, I don't want you to show a damn soul. I'm gonna do this shit on my own. Cause what? Even though I know that shit was ugly as shit, but come on now. You talking like real weird. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I was just like, at this point, I'm just like, so what you usually get from here? Like when you come here? I just changed the subject. Cause I was like, I don't want to, I'm not about to go back and forth with her. I don't know her. So it's like, you know, but at this point, you pissing me off. So I was just like, what do you usually get from here? So she was like, oh, I got this before, I got this. She just named a whole bunch of stuff. So I was like, ooh, girl, I'm thinking about getting the chicken and waffles. I'm like, I'm so basic. Like, I'm like, I get the same thing every time I go anywhere. Like, I always order this. It's a rotation of same things I get. Like, I'm like, I need to try something new. I'm like, but not today. Not today. Because I'm hungry for real. So I'm not going to do that today. So she was like, chicken and waffles. Try something new, girl. Get this. Get this, deer kangaroo burger or something. She just saying stuff that I was not interested in. So I'm like, girl, no, I'm gonna play it safe. I really don't even know this place, so I'm gonna get what I really want. I'm like, only time I try something new is if I'm not really hungry, so I'm gonna just get that. So she was like, oh, okay, so you just getting a chicken waffle? So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it with a side of eggs. She was like, ooh, that's gonna be so good. She was like, do you be getting cheese in your eggs? So I'm like, girl, I love cheese eggs, but I'm like, but I don't be doing them all the time. Like, I only make my own cheese eggs, or if I'm out of town and go to Waffle House or some shit, I don't know. I'm like, but I just don't really like to, I feel like I eat too much cheese, so I don't want to eat it all the time. So I was like, so I'm like, yeah, it's just sometimes. So she just like, ooh, girl, that's gonna be good. So we laugh and stuff. I'm like, oh, you gonna get another drink? She's like, yeah, instead of a mimosa though, like, I think I'm gonna get a cocktail. Like, this one drink is so good. It's like, the bitterness is just amazing. So I said, oh, girl, I need something sweet. So we just laughing and stuff now. I'm like, okay, she could be cool. You know, sometimes she a little weird, but she could be okay. So we laughing and stuff and talking, right? This point, the waitress came back and she was like, are you guys want to order some more drinks, like more mimosas or whatever, or like, are you ready to order? So she was like, we're ready to order. We're ready. Mind you, before she said we're ready to order, I was like, we could order some drink. She's like, we're ready to order. She like cut me off. So the lady turned to her and was like, okay, so you guys want to order drinks and order food too? Is that what I'm hearing? So I was like, yeah. So she was like, okay, so who's first? And she's like, I'll go first. I would like to get the hot dog casserole, the banana coquini, the blah, 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 blah. She just started naming all the shit she want, right? And she was all like, and for her, Symone, she's a YouTuber, and she would like the chicken and waffles, cheese eggs. I'm like, bitch, I didn't say I want cheese eggs. I wanted eggs, but I didn't want to add cheese. So she like cheese eggs. Which one is your sweetest cocktail? Because she was thinking about this one, but I was literally telling her the bitterness in this one is the best, and that's the one I'm gonna get. So I think that she should get that one too, if you guys can make it a little sweet for her. So the lady was like, y'all, when I tell y'all, I was sitting there like, how is you cool? What if you just ordered for me? So I was like, oh, well, no, I don't want cheese on the eggs. So she's like, I could pay for it. How, it's not that I can't afford $2 for some cheese, but I don't want the cheese. So when she said that, it kind of just like was awkward, and the lady looked like both of us. So I said, oh no, it's not about being able to afford it. I just don't want cheese eggs. I went to a place in Florida one time. I can't remember what that shit was called. It was in Tallahassee. I got cheese eggs. They put a whole slab of some fucking sandwich cheese, provolone at that, on my damn egg. You couldn't even see the egg. It just seen cheese. So I be kind of traumatized sometimes when I go to certain places, ask for cheese eggs, because why the fuck would you put a slice of damn sandwich cheese on my egg and I can't even see the egg no more? So I was just like, no, I don't want cheese eggs. I just want regular side of eggs. That's cool. And I was like, and then I don't want the margarita she asked. She said I wanted to get. I said, I want to get this one. Is it sweet? I'm like, or what's y'all sweetest one? She was like, okay, well, the one you picked is sweet. She's like, but this one is sweet. Like, said a whole different one, right? She was like, get the strawberry mango tango margarita. So I said, well, that's the one I'm gonna get. She was like, okay. So the girl's like, you sure you don't want to try the one I told you? And then they could just add like the syrup or add something in there for you. So I was like, no, I don't. I want to try the mango tango margarita. I said, and put a double shot up in there too. So the girl's like, okay, I got you on the double shots. So then she's looking at me like this from across the table, like, you could tell it pissed her off that I corrected my order. Why would you order for me? What if I changed my mind and wanted the breakfast burrito? Why would you order for me? So yeah, it seemed like she was so irritated that I corrected my order, and it's like, girl, the fuck? So anyway, so she's sitting on the other side of the table just looking at me crazy. Like, she really just looking like she looks so irritated. I'm just thinking to myself, like, what is wrong with this girl? So when the waitress left and she's like, okay, anything else y'all need? So then I'm like, no. So the lady was like, no, we're good. Like, we're good. Before I could say no, the girl was like, no, we're good. We're good. And I'm just thinking, like, how you know if I didn't want something else? Anyway, so she ended up leaving, and the girl was just like, so me and Spire, we just talking and stuff like that. We talking about a whole bunch of stuff. And our drinks came back super fast. Like, we was sitting kind of not far from the bar area, but like kind of close. So our drinks came back like super fast. So we drinking them drinks, and when I tell you they made them strong, oh, they made them drinks strong. So anyway, we drinking, we just laughing, talking about a lot of stuff. Like at this point she's cool again, like things is cool. I'm just like, okay, she say a little like weird shit, but she can be cool sometimes, but at the same time my back of my head I'm thinking like I might not link with her ever again. So we still just talking, drinking, laughing, joking, all this other stuff like that. And she was just like, girl, you're not even getting no footage. Mind you, I had got like boomerangs of us or whatever, and we kept tagging each other in boomerangs. Or like people was like, she wanted me to, she's like, you're not getting no footage. She's like, you want me to take your camera and get up and like go record like around the whole restaurant? So I'm like, no, it's okay. And at this point, like I feel like now I'm getting better with my vlogs. If y'all watch them, y'all see. But back then I was horrible with vlogging. I probably would post a 2-second clip of each part of my life. So anyway, so I'm just like, oh no, like it's fine, I gotta do that. So she was just like, okay, so yeah, girl, like we need to really hang out, like you cool. She was like, every time like I be trying to link with like other YouTubers and stuff like that, they be kind of weird. She was like, but you cool, like I like you or whatever. I'm just thinking like, they be weird or you be weird? So she was like, you cool, I like you. She like, you know, it's LA, like everybody know everybody, somebody is somebody here. She was like, but I'm really somebody, and I know a lot of people or whatever. She was like, so yeah, you could probably like come out with me and stuff like that. Like, have you been to like any type of parties or certain type of stuff? She asked me. I'm like, oh well, depends. Like I don't know, depends on what you're talking about. So then she just like, yeah, you gotta like for real come out with me and stuff. Like I could really open a lot of doors for you too, like especially with you starting your purse line. Like that's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so big. I'm so proud of you. So at this point I'm like, oh, okay, she cool, she just need a little liquor. So I'm like, okay, yeah, thank you, girl. She's like, yeah, like don't worry about it. She was like, and then you really gotta meet my boyfriend. Like you really gotta meet him. So I was like, oh, who's your boyfriend? I think she's gonna say like her boyfriend is like somebody very important or something. Like, you know, like maybe he's the mayor or the president, or maybe he plays football or basketball or something. Like he's a rapper, I don't know. I'm thinking that. So she's like, you would love him. So I'm like, oh, who's your boyfriend? So she's like, you know my man? So I was like, girl, no, I'm just asking because you saying like I should meet him. So, you know, so she was just like, oh, okay, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. She's like, but I want to ask you a question. So I was like, oh, what's up? She was like, who was the rapper? So I was like, huh? She was like, who was the rapper in the story time about the rapper? Like, I need to know. I want to know. And she was like, and show me a picture of that motherfucker. Who is his name? Joe. Show me a picture of him. So I'm like, huh? My thing is, this is the crazy part about it. One thing about me, and I've done this plenty of times, so I'm drinking, if you just start talking about it or be like, I don't like to sit up and just talk about my story times or nothing like that, but like if you just talk about it or be like, oh my god, girl, like you've been through some stuff, like yeah, Joe I could relate to or something like that, and we just talking and the vibes is good. It's been times where unprovoked I'm like, you want to see a picture? And I would just show people a picture like, this is Joe, this is, hold on, let me show you this person. So when she just started demanding to see photos, it threw me off, and I was like, oh girl, I don't have any photos, even though I could have easily pulled up a picture. I'm like, oh girl, no, I don't have no photo of him. Like, girl, I don't know what that man doing for real. So she was just like, girl, okay, but who was the rapper? So I'm like, girl, oh my god, like, no, I don't even want to talk about that, because I don't, like, where are you getting at with this? And then I didn't know, like, at this point, like, I don't know you, so I don't know if you're gonna try to go like under the video or go under something and be like, oh, it was such and such, or it was this person, it was that person. Like, I don't know if you was gonna do that. So I'm just like, you know, no. And it was already crazy enough that remember when I did the story time when I said it was a girl at the house? It's already crazy enough that the girl that was there that night DM'd me and said, girl, I seen your video and I already know you talking about blank blank. And I said, ain't no way. So anyway, so I'm just thinking like, girl, no, I'm not finna tell you. Like, that's kind of weird, because why are you demanding this information? Like, what? Because she was like, girl, I need to see him. Like, I need to see who Joe is, and crazy, I need to see them. I need to put a face to them. At this point, did I tell stories about Enemy? I'm not sure. But anyway, so she was just like, kept talking, and I'm like, girl, oh my god. So I'm like, anyways, because I'm changing the subject, but in a cool way, because you kind of being strange, bitch. Anyway, so she's like, girl, when you find a photo, send it to me. You got my number? No, why would I do that? Why the fuck would I just text you a picture of my ex? I'm like, girl, that's my ex. What? So we just started talking again. At this point, our food come out. So she was like, taste your food. At this point, I'm like this. I'm taking a picture of my food. She was like, you need me to get a picture of mine? So I was like, oh, no, it's fine. This before I used to get photos of everybody's food. Now everybody know. I'm going to be like, hold on. Now, but back then it was like, no, I'm just going to get my food. And plus, I was only getting it for a boomerang for Instagram anyway. So she was like, taste your food and make sure you like it. Right, mind you, she told the waitress to wait. You know, like the stop sign, the crossing guard thingies be, wait. Anyway, she told her to wait. She said, wait, so we could taste our food and see if we like it. excuse me? So she was just like, wait. I said, oh no, it's cool, I'm pretty sure it's good. She like, no, Symone, taste your food and make sure you like it, because if not, they could send it back. And I was like, oh no, I'm pretty sure it's good. She was like, just try it. This bitch finna piss me the fuck off. So I tried an egg. I said, yeah, good. Egg so good. All right, bye. So she left. So she was just like, okay. She was like, well, if anything is bad, let me know how that chicken tastes. If anything, like, you know, I could let her know and she would send your food back. Like, I don't play that. Like, no, she not finna play with us. She not finna play with me. So I was like, oh no, it's cool. Don't worry about it. So now I'm eating the food or whatever. We eating, so now we just eating, we still just talking, chopping it up. So we order another drink, because I'm thinking like, ugh, a bitch gotta be drunk to hang out with this hoe. So we order another drink, we just laughing and talking. So she was just like, girl, she mentioned her boyfriend again. And I don't know why, for some reason she mentioned Jamie Foxx. So she was just like, girl, I was in Vegas with Jamie Foxx the other day. So I'm like, yo, I'm like, oh, for real? She's like, girl, yes. Like, I was on a flight. She was all like, and it's crazy because just so happened we was on a flight next to each other, and he was just like, oh, like, I want to hang out with you. I want to take you out. Like, I like you. And all this other stuff like that. So I'm like, Jamie Foxx, like, the real one? And she was just like, girl, yeah, it's just Jamie Foxx. Then why did you name drop him? So I was just like, oh my god, that's cool. She was like, yeah, like, I be with a lot of people, like, everybody be hitting me up. So she like, yeah. And then one time my boyfriend had me fly out with exhibit somewhere, like, they had took me somewhere. I'm just thinking like, how you don't know where you went? So I was like, oh, for real? She said, girl, you know Pimp My Ride, you used to watch that show? So I'm like, yeah, girl, I know who exhibit is. So she was just like, yeah, my boyfriend had me fly out with him. So I'm like, why'd your boyfriend have you fly out with him? I'm like, your boyfriend, like, in the industry or something? Like, even though that's still kind of weird. She was like, well, not like that. She was like, but like, it's just hard to explain. She's like, but like I said, you would love my boyfriend. At this point, I'm thinking like, oh, her boyfriend is a pimp. Cause what? And what did you trying to tell me for? So she was just like, no, you would love him. Like, he's super cool or whatever. She was like, he's real down to earth. Like, you know, he's cool. Like, you gotta hang out with us sometimes. She was like, we actually finna go to Cancun next week. You got your passport. You should come. I was like, no. At this point, it was just weird as shit, because at this point, I promise you that, like I said, I don't mind my friend shots, but being shot, but don't ask me no weird shit. It was literally like 2 weeks before I linked with her. It was this girl hitting me up and was like, hey, me and my boyfriend's going on a trip and our homegirl just dropped out. You don't got to pay for nothing. You could come with us. And I was just so confused. Like, what about me says that? Cause the way I get invited on couples trips too many fucking times be weird as shit to me. Cause I don't know what I give off. Like, I say, I want a threesome. Like, do I scream threesome? Do I scream, I want to fuck y'all? I want to fuck y'all. I don't understand. So anyway, I was just like, oh girl, no, that's a couples trip. She was like, girl, no, like, he cool. Like, he be boring anyway. So half the time, like, we just probably go hang out with him. And then, you know, go out and stuff like that with us. Like, just me and you. Like, we just gonna have fun. So I was like, oh no, maybe next time. I don't even know why I said maybe next time. Because it just caught me off guard. I'm just like, let me eat my chicken, hurry up so we can get the fuck up out of here. It's so weird. So she was just like, yeah, let me show you a picture. So she showed me a picture of her and her boyfriend. I was just like, oh, okay, y'all cute together. So I'm just like, y'all cute together. And she just talking. We still just eating. Y'all, we sipping our drinks. Why, after a few minutes of talking, she gonna say, what you doing next weekend? I'm thinking like, this hoe invite me to Mexico one more time. She gonna say, what you doing next weekend? Because it's a concert and me and my boyfriend's going to a concert. You know it's a concert at the stadium? I thought you said you was finna be in Mexico. So I was all like, oh, it is, who performing? Because I'm thinking like, this bitch just be lying. So I'm like, who performing? So she was just like, oh, she said somebody, I forgot. So I was like, oh, okay, that sound cool. Dang, I didn't even hear about that. She was like, yeah, we gonna go. Like, if you want us to get you a ticket, like, we can get you a ticket because you real cool. He know I love watching you and all this other stuff like that. He wouldn't mind getting you a ticket. So I was like, oh, no, it's okay. Like, you never got to worry about it. Like, it's fine. So she was just like, you sure? Like, you know, we could get you one. So I'm like, yeah, girl, don't worry about it. Because where y'all finna be at next weekend, for real? Like, be honest. Is you gonna be in Mexico or are you gonna be at a concert? Be for real. Anyway, so then she just like talking, drinking, stuff like that. And we just like, whatever, like we still just talking. So then now finally it's time for us to leave. I told her, I was like, oh, I'm about to go to the bathroom real quick. So she was like, okay, do you need me to come with you or anything? So I was like, no, like, it's cool. Like, I'm just gonna go, I'll be right back. So when I went to the bathroom, I ended up walking past the lady and I was like, how much was the valet downstairs? Cause I remember, like, I gotta pay this girl her money. So the girl was like, oh, it's $20 or whatever. So I'm like, okay, thank you. So when we came back when I ended up coming back to the table, she was just like, I gotta go downstairs real quick. I got a bump. And I was just like, okay, I'm not knowing what she's talking about. Even though I dated an enemy and he used to do that booger sugar nose candy, he never called it a bump. So I didn't know what that bitch was talking about. So when she left to the bathroom, I'm just thinking like, okay, maybe she got a bump her hair. I told y'all the wig was crazy. So I'm thinking like, I don't know what she's talking about. So when the waitress ended up coming or whatever, she was just like, okay, you guys done? You guys need anything else? And I'm like, no, could we get the bill? So she's like, okay, do y'all need boxes? I'm looking at her food and I'm like, just bring 2. Like, just bring 2 boxes just in case. So she's like, okay, like, I'll be right back. And she had ended up leaving. Her old girl came back before Spire came back. The lady came back and she put 2 shots down. So I'm thinking like, oh, where'd these come from? I'm thinking like, oh, she must have ordered shots or something like that, right? So she came back to the table and she said, girl, the shots came. So I was like, yeah, you ordered us a shot, which I didn't mind taking a shot or whatever. But she was like, no, girl, I was talking to the bathroom. She's like, and it was this guy over there, like, girl, he's actually a producer. And he was just like, girl, I'm a producer and you real cute, I like you, I'm about to send some shots for you and your friend. So I was like, oh, for real? She was like, yeah, girl. I said, what did he produce? She was like, I think he produced Avatar or something like that. She was like, but yeah, he wants to send us some shots, so we got some shots, girl. She said, I told you, gotta hang out with me. So I was like, okay. I'm just thinking like, all right, whatever. So I'm like, what is these shots of? She was like, it's Casamigos. It's Casamigos. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So now we boomerang our shots and we take our shots. The lady come back with the bill, right? So we're looking at it. She's like, how do y'all want to do it? Like, do y'all want to split evenly or item, whatever? My stuff came up to more than hers, and I'm not the type of person that feel like you need to split the bill because it's not that big of a deal. When people be like, it just takes too much time to itemize everything, it doesn't really take that much time. And I knew my stuff came up more to hers because I had got like the side of eggs, the chicken and waffles was more. I forgot what she had ordered, but my stuff had came up more. Plus I had got the double shot of my margarita. So I was like, oh no, we could break it down. I was like, yeah. So I looked at it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna owe this. And I'm looking at it and I was like, they added the shots on here. So she was like, they added what on there? I'm like, they had added the shots on here. Mind you, the 2 shots that she said the Avatar producer done sent this. So then she looked, she was like, why are these shots on the bill? So she was like, oh, because, you know, y'all took the shots. What the fuck? She was like, y'all took the shots. She's like, do y'all want to split the shots evenly, or like, do you want me to put it on your bill or your bill? So I was like, I'm sitting there confused. I'm confusion. So I'm sitting there like, wait for her to speak because I don't know, I didn't get the shots. So she was just like, oh no, like, no, the guy, he told me, the guy over there when I was walking to the bathroom, he ordered the shots and he put the shots on the bill, like he was paying for them. So no, these shots need to be taken off because he paid for the shots. So the girl was like, who paid for the shots? Because they told me that you put in the shots. And she was like, no, he put in the shots and I told the girl that I wanted Casamigos, but that's it. That's all I said. I did not order these shots. That man ordered them shots. So she's gonna sit here and lie. She was like, can I get the manager? And they was like, yeah, but you hold on, let me go get her. So she came back with the girl and the girl was like, hi, like everything's okay. And she was just like, why is these shots on the bill? She was like, because you placed the order with me for 2 shots. So she was like, no, I didn't. I told you that I wanted 2 shots of Casamigos, but you seen the guy I was with, he said put it on his tab. He was paying for those shots. So did you not charge him the shots? Did he leave already and you put it on our bill? So she was just like, this waitress looking confused as fuck, looking like, bitch, what is you talking about? So I'm just sitting there like, I was like, if you want, I was all like, mind you, the shots was probably, because y'all know shots Casamigos cost a lot. Shots price is like $30. So I'm like, if you want, you could put the shots on my bill. And I was all like, I'll just pay for it because I was going to give you this 20 anyway for valet. So I'm like, so do you want the 20 or do you want me to just pay for the shots? Because either way, go, like, you're not trying to pay for the shots, so however you trying to do it. So she was just like, no, nobody's paying for the shots. She was like, nobody's paying for the shots because we weren't supposed to pay for the shots. She's like, can I get a manager? I asked for a manager earlier when I first got here anyway. She's like, so can I get a manager? So it's like, yeah, the girl's trying to tell her like, you ordered the shots, like I don't know what you're talking about. So she was like, no, I need a manager, like call a manager right now because it's unacceptable and I've been supposed to get a manager. That's why y'all gave us complimentary mimosas and all this other stuff. She's just talking shit. She's like, this unacceptable, da 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 da. She's talking shit. So I'm just like, you could just put it on mine, it's okay. She's like, no, we're not putting it on nobody's, like that's not what's gonna happen. So that's like, okay, we could get a manager or whatever. But she was like, but you most definitely ordered those shots with me and nobody told me that they was paying for it, and the guy that you were talking to is not even here anymore, so you gotta pay for the shots. Like, you know, somebody gotta pay for these motherfucking shots, ho. So she just like talking shit or whatever. So they end up walking off, and I'm just like, oh, like that's so weird. She's like, girl, I don't know why they didn't charge him. Like, that's weird as fuck. And I think it's because I'm black and they don't want him buying me shots or something like that. But that's weird. She know that I did not order them shots. And I'm just sitting here to myself, like kind of faded. But I'm like, this bitch, she seems like she's lying. It just seemed like you're lying, because so you mean to tell me somebody walking out is gonna say, I'm gonna buy you a shot, bye, and then leave? Be for real. Doesn't make sense. You know, coming back, and they were just like, okay, well, we could give y'all a half off on them, like, but the manager, we can't take them off because we don't have, like, it's not adding up or whatever like that. So she was like, what? Like, this is unacceptable. So basically they were saying like they'd give it to us like for, instead of $30, they'd give it to us for like 1962 or some shit like that. I don't know. So I was just like, just put it on mine. Like, you just put it on mine. And I was all like, and here's the 20, because I'm thinking like, I'm gonna just put it on mine and I'll give you the 22 at the same time, because bitch, I ain't got time for this. I'm not trying to sit here all day while you argue with people over some shit you did. So I was like, no, just put it on mine, it's fine. And I was like, oh, and here you go. And I slid her the 20, and she was like, what's this for? I'm like, for the valet. And she was like, oh, okay. So when they put it on mine, that's when everything just kind of went like, she didn't even care no more. And she was just like, I'm gonna just call up here. Like, I don't got time for that. I'm gonna call up here. Like, that's not cool. Watch, next meal is gonna be complimentary Symone, watch. So I'm just like, oh girl, no, it's cool, don't worry about it. And I just paid for mine, she paid for hers, right? So now we sitting there and I'm looking through my change, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, are you putting the tip down too? Just because I'm trying to see like if you're tipping, how much I tip, so you know we're gonna put the tip together. So she was like, tip? She's not getting a tip for me. No, she's not getting a tip. Symone, we had to wait. Symone, we had to wait 15 minutes to be seated. That's a stretch. She was like, they didn't even do anything about it. I'm like, they gave us a mimosa. But then they want to charge me for shots I did not ask for. I didn't ask for those shots. I would never took those shots. We already been drinking. So I was just like, but no, she gave us good service. Like, you know, she was real cool. She was like, no, Symone, no, I'm not leaving her no tip, and you shouldn't either. Like, I don't feel like you should leave her a tip. And I'm just thinking like, this girl didn't do nothing to me. Like, she had good service. That's one thing about it. You show me good service, I'm gonna leave you a tip. Like, I could see if she was a bitch and she never see us, like we seen her once and never seen her again, and she had ignored us, but like she actually was a good waitress. So I'm like, oh, it's cool, I'm gonna just leave her a tip. Like, you know, it's fine, don't worry about it. So we started getting up to leave out, and she was just like, I'm just so annoyed. Like, I can't believe that they would embarrass me like that when I bring you here. Why are you acting like these people know who you are? So I was just kind of confused. So we started walking out. She was asking me, she was like, okay, well, are you trying to go home right now? Are you trying to go, like, is this ice cream spot like up the street we could walk to if you're trying to go there? So I was just like, no, girl, I'm gonna actually just call it a night. I'm about to just go home. Well, not call it a night, but call it a day. I'm like, I'm gonna just go home. And she was like, you sure? Like, you sure you don't want to, like, just go to the ice cream shop for a little bit? Like, it's really cute. Like, you know, you could take pictures in there. I could take pictures of you. She's like, did you take pictures today? So I'm just like, I do want to take pictures, but one thing about me, once I start drinking, the pictures is over with. I don't even care to take pictures after I drink, because they never come out right after I've been drinking. So I was just like, I don't know. I'm like, girl, no, it's okay. She's like, girl, no, you need to take pictures. Like, you know, I want us to take some pictures over there anyway. So, you know, like, we should just go. Like, we should go up over there. So I was just like, no. I kept telling this girl no like 16 times. She didn't understand no. She still don't. So I was just like, girl, no, like, it's okay. So she's like, girl, let's go get ice cream. Like, let's go get ice cream. Like, I could have them hold my BMW and we could go get ice cream. Bitch, what's up with you in this damn car? At this point, I'm just like, okay, let's just go to the ice cream place. Let's go. I think it was like a Cold Stones. It was nothing spectacular. So we ended up walking up over there or whatever, and we in line, and she was just like, girl, yes, you want to share something? Like, we could get something to share or whatever. Like, she was like, cause I know you probably spent like too much money today, so we could get an ice cream to share. Bitch, did you spend too much money? Cause what? You keep coming at me like I'm broke, but you asking me to share ice cream with you. You ain't got no money in that BMW? So anyway, I was just like, girl, no. I'm like, I'm just about to give me a small little cup, and yeah, I'm okay. So she's like, well, we could actually share something big. Like, I think you should try this. She's telling me what she think I should try. I'm like, girl, I'm just about to get some cookie dough and call it a day in a cup. She's like, no, you try the same thing. You need to try something different. Like, I feel like you should try something different, 'cause I feel like you never tried this flavor. And I'm like, I just really don't want to. Like, I'm not... Y'all, when I tell y'all, she was just so fucking pushy, right? So I ended up not sharing nothing with her though. She seemed irritated as fuck. First we walk up there and she was like, okay, can I get the chunky monkey with banana ice cream and banana da 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 da, just naming what she wanted. And she was like, and for her, she's gonna get a small cup of the cookie dough, like she always do. Bitch, why do you keep ordering for me? And her doing that made me want to just order something totally different. But I'm like, you know what? I actually want this, so let me not be pissed. So anyway, I ended up getting my cup. And while we waited for hers, because she had got like some, I forgot what she got. But it was like, they did some chopping up of a banana and a whole bunch of other shit. So anyway, we standing there, we just talking and stuff. So she was like, yeah, if you're not busy this weekend, you know, girl, let me know, and da 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 da, all this other stuff like that. So I'm like, oh girl, no, I'm gonna be busy, like, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I'm probably gonna go to like this one spot or whatever like that with my friend. And I'm mad because I actually said where I was going. Like, I actually had something planned. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go here or whatever. So she was like, okay, so yeah. And it's crazy because if y'all catching on to what the fuck I'm talking about, then you will see. So I actually had told her where I was going. After that, we had ended up leaving. And I went home, she went home. She still was texting me like, oh, we had so much fun together. Don't forget to send me pictures of the samples when you get more pictures. Don't forget to do this. Don't forget to do that. It was just like, girl, please, you're not my mom. Chill out. Could we just be friends? Like, you doing too much. But like, y'all, I'm so mad. Because if you know why I'm mad, when I'm drunk, I talk too much. And I accidentally told her what I was doing the next weekend. Tell me why. Tell me why this bitch popped up. When I say it went, that's why when I say friend shot gone wrong, this hoe turned into like a stalker. Like, now I'm not even gonna call her a stalker, but she did appear at places a lot, and she would get on my nerves every fucking time. Y'all, what? It's crazy because my sister hated her. Y'all, she appeared somewhere where I was with my sister. I'm gonna get to that story one day, but she kept telling me how she didn't trust my sister. She's like, I just don't trust her, Symone. She kept pulling me to the side like, I don't trust her. And I'm like, who? My sister? Y'all, my sister do not like this girl. Oh my god. But I got more story times because she started being kind of weird. I ain't even gonna hold you, but that's it. Well, not starting because she was already weird, but that's it for me shooting my friend shot gone wrong. If you had a bad experience where you met up with somebody, or you was supposed to, or you linked with new people or whatever like that, and it went bad, let me know down low in the comment section, because I want to know. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Again, if you haven't already done so, copy your Wet and Wild the Rodeo ticket and copy your Brishari Valet on sale for Mother's Day. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you on my next one. Peace out.